Hey guys, welcome to our newest video, and today we're gonna build an expense tracker inside Telegram using n8n. So my main goal here is to insert all my expenses in this Google Sheets, and I'm gonna show to you how we're gonna do this. But first, let me showcase here the whole process. So let's say that you went to the store and bought some shoes, and there the name of the store was Foot Locker. You spend let's say $50, and in this case you paid with credit card, so this is like an expense, right? So you're gonna hit enter, and this automatically will be inserted in that Google Sheets that I just showed you. And here you can see that the Telegram informs us, the bot, that the expense was done and was added. And let me show you here, so you can see that it was inserted this information: shoes, Foot Locker, the amount, and the payment method, and an ID and a date that is created automatically. Okay, so we're gonna build this automation here, the one that makes this possible. So it's not gonna be a long video. You're gonna learn step by step, and it's pretty easy to do it. But first, don't forget to subscribe and also click on the like button in our video so we know that you really enjoy. Okay, so let's go. The first thing, guys, like always, I'm gonna hit here in the positive to open a new workflow. And the first thing that we need to do it here is to create a Telegram trigger node. So I'm gonna hit add first step, gonna look for Telegram, and here you have the information of the triggers. Look, in this case, we're gonna use on message. This is the trigger that we're gonna use here. Awesome. You can see that I already have like a credential, but I'm gonna create a new one with you guys. So you're gonna click on this arrow, create a new credential. And for create a new credential, guys, you need to use the BotFather. It's a site that Telegram provides for you to create any bot that you want. And I'm gonna leave you here also in the description. So I'm gonna just insert here BotFather. And this is the case. So in this BotFather, look, I'm gonna hit open new web, and this BotFather will provide me all the information that I need in this that I can add or change in any bot. Okay, so first thing, guys, in your case probably it's gonna have like this slash start if you're gonna be using for the first time. Look, I just hit slash start and he gave to me all the information that I can do it. The first thing that I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna hit slash new bot as well, because this will enable us to create a new bot. Awesome. Okay, he asking me how I'm gonna be naming this bot, so I'm gonna hit here tracker expenses. Awesome. And finally, you need to add a bot at the end of your of the name of your bot. You know, this is like a register, so it's like a username per se. So if you want to share with share this tracker expensive with any person, you can share. Just mention to them that the user that the person needs to look is exactly this one here that ends with bot. So I'm gonna create this username. Let's do tracker underline expense underline bot. And in this case, guys, this username is already taken. So it's this is good because you can see that this username that you are created can be used by any person, and we need to figure out another username for the creation of this bot. So I'm gonna use tracker underline expense Vinicius underline bot. Let's see if it works. Nice. So finally with this we can use this new bot. And here, guys, you can see that we have a token for access the information in this bot. So I'm gonna hit here, I'm gonna copy this information, go back to the n8n and paste in access token. That's it. Just gonna change the name of this credential. I'm gonna insert expenses, for instance. I'm gonna hit save, and if you check, it's gonna be green here, informing to us that connection was tested successfully. Awesome. So I'm gonna close this, and guys, we also need to access that same conversation, the conversation with the bots. So I'm gonna go back to BotFather, And here you see this link here, you will find ads. So this link will allow us to talk with this bot. You can see that I don't have any messages yet, so I'm gonna click start, and then it will enable for you to send any message that you want. Okay, so here we have this /start, but we're gonna search expenses, right? So for instance, we're gonna go like have some dinner. The name of the place was like supplier, not supplier, let's put restaurant 123. It was $35, and I pay with credit card again. Okay, so this will be the information that we're gonna be sending to our bot. Okay, let me just refresh here. Okay, it went through. Awesome. So this is the information that will be splitted with n8n before we insert in the Google Sheets. Awesome. So let's go back to n8n, and here we're gonna execute this step. Let's see what he's gonna bring to us. And in this case, only the text was /start. I'm gonna hit again because it was the first one. And now if we look here, okay, we have the text that is dinner, restaurant, the amount, the value was $35, and I pay with credit card. Guys, this is a easy automation to create, but I just remember that in this case, I'm still using the n8n official cloud. So all the things that I'm gonna be showing here, it's related to the n8n within their official cloud. So if you guys want me to show you how to create credentials in Google Sheets, for instance, in Docker or AWS, please inform me here on the comments and I can show you. Okay, and the next step, guys, is gonna be a code in JavaScript. Let me look here, code, and I have this information here of code in JavaScript. So here we're gonna insert a code per se that will split, that will make this information be splitted. But I don't want to be looking or to be guessing the code here, like the real code. I want to ask for someone that can help me with that and know more than me. And who is this person? It's ChatGPT. So I'm gonna to ChatGPT and ask for help, right? So let me just explain to him what is the problem, right? I need JavaScript code to be inserted in the code in JavaScript in n8n, in the code JavaScript node in n8n, in order to split information that I will be sending on Telegram. I'm gonna leave for you guys here this prompt, okay, to make it easier. So I'm just going to the Google Sheets and gonna just do some screenshots so it can be easier for ChatGPT. So here I already say to him that I will be sending on Telegram this information, and all the time the information will have the same pattern. For instance, and I'm gonna copy this information here that I have, that I already sent, this one, I'm gonna be copying here, and I'm gonna say that always the information will be separated with only a slash. Awesome. Also in the code you need to the code must create the information of the date that this message was sent and a specific ID for each message. So here, guys, it's not required for you to have this date. I just want to show you, but you can ask for anything in this code, okay? ChatGPT is going to create. I'm going to copy and paste in our n8n. Okay, so here he already know the expected input. That's going to be always the same. And I'm gonna just copy here this information. So I'm gonna copy the n8n code node. You can see here that he already showed to us an output example. And I'm gonna go back to our code in JavaScript, gonna paste here, and when I hit execute step, it must be split here. Let's see. Okay, I have the ID, I have date, the description, vendor, amount, and payment method. Okay, guys, awesome. So we are almost done already. The third step, guys, here is to create the Google Sheets, because I'm gonna be adding this on Google Sheets. So I have to choose one option here, and this option is append row in sheet. Okay, so this will be the option that I'm going to be choose. The credential needs to be the one that I have this expense tracker. Okay, make sure that you're gonna have this folder, this file, sorry, in that credential, in that Google Drive that you are using. All right. So here I'm not gonna change anything. I'm gonna choose this document, so the expense tracker, and choose this sheet. Here I'm gonna be leaving map each column manually, because I'm gonna do this right now with you. So in ID, I'm gonna be bring here ID, the date, the same thing, the description, the same thing. So I'm just gonna be doing this matching here. Okay, so vendor, the same thing, amounts as well, and payment methods as well. If I click here in execute step, all of this information must be added in our expense track. Look, we have a dinner, restaurant 1, 2, 3, the amount, and credit card. So let's go back to our n8n here, and we're gonna add our next step, our last step. It's gonna be the one that informed to us that that expense was already registered. So let's look for Telegram once again, and we're gonna look for the send a text message, if I'm not wrong. Let me look. Awesome. Here, send a text message. I'm gonna be use the same credential of the first step. So let me look here. I believe it was expenses, right? That we choose. Yeah, expenses was the credential. In resource and operation, we're not gonna change anything because we want to send a message. And here we're gonna look for the chat ID. In this first step of the Telegram trigger, we're gonna find this information. So I'm just gonna open here and bring this chat ID here that you can find here for the chat ID. And the text, guys, can be anything that you want. You can say done, it worked. Doesn't matter, because it's just for the user know that that expense was already saved in our Google Sheets. Okay, so let me just say here done. Your expense was recorded. Awesome. I'm gonna click here, guys, in add field, because I want to remove that append n8n attribution that is pretty regular in n8n. I don't want this information, so I'm gonna click here and disable this button. If I click execute step, it must show us here done. Your expense was recorded. Awesome. So let's just publish this and gonna test. Let me just change the name. So expenses Vinicius here. I'm gonna hit publish, and now every time that you want to record an expense, you just can add on Telegram. So let's go now for the tracker expenses bot here on Telegram and do some more tests. So let's say that you want to have lunch. It was in Chinese restaurant, so Chinese restaurant. It was $23, and you paid with cash. So I'm gonna just enter here. Let me just do some update here. Okay, look, you already have the information. Lunch, Chinese restaurant, 23 cash, done. Your expense was recorded. And if I go back to the expense tracker here, the same information was already added. Awesome. And let's do one more test. So let's say that you went to a trip. So I'm going to be hit trip. There was like a agents that provide the trip for you. You spend $350 and you pay this with debit card. So I'm gonna hit enter. The information was sent to our Telegram, and here he mentioned that this expense was recorded. And if I go back to the expense tracker, look, the same trip, the same expense, right? The trip, the agents that I bought this trip, the amount, and the payment method, which is debit card. Okay, so you can see here that we created this automation really fast, and this can be really useful for you guys. You can just record all the expense that you have, like during your day, during some trip, or during a weekend, doesn't matter. You can save all these expenses in one place real fast. Just send a message on Telegram. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video, and if you want to continue learn more about n8n, please check one of these videos that you can see around here in the screen. Thank you very much, and I see you soon.